A little disclaimers before I start this video. I apologize for mispronounced words and wrong grammar. English is not my first language. With that being said, this is my effort to document my eye health. If you're someone who works in eye health, your comments, advice, tips, and tricks for getting the best vision are highly appreciated. Good day, everyone, and Happy New Year. Originally, I intended to put this story time in a video called My 1.5 year experience of using rigid gas permeable contact lenses. But when I was writing script for the video, I realized that it would make that video a lot longer than expected. So I decided to separate that video into two parts. And to avoid confusion and to avoid me from being sued by the party I'm going to mention in this video, I'm going to assign them A, B, and C. For example, optometrist A, optometrist B, eye doctor A, eye doctor B. I know I've had weak vision since I was a kid. My left eye was blurry. It's like you're looking through stained or smudged glass. But I only find out that I need eyeglasses when I was 7 years old. Thanks to a government program in which nurses came to my school and asked every student in my class to read the Snellen eye chart or the Big E eye chart. So when they found out I had weak vision, they wrote a letter to my parents. And as every parent would have done back in 2006, they brought me to optometrist A to get an eyeglass. Now pause. If you discover that you or your children have impaired vision, I suggest you to get an appointment with an eye doctor before going to the optometrist or getting an eyeglasses. This is because an eye doctor has the equipment and expertise to give you thorough eye exams. They may also be able to help you to control the progression of your eye conditions. For the record, there are at least more than 50 optometrists in the state where I live. And yet only one optometrist that I know has eye doctor level equipment, and I'm only aware of this optometrist when I was getting my RGP contact lenses. Continuing on with the stories, as a kid, I never really liked wearing eyeglasses, so I ended up not wearing them. But growing up and older, I did end up getting a total of 5 eyeglasses, 4 of them from optometrist A, which I used to go to since I was a kid, and 3 of those eyeglasses never made me feel comfortable wearing them. I didn't take wearing eyeglasses seriously until my third pair. It was in 2019 when I realized my right eye, aka my good eye, became more blurry and my left eye became clearer. That's when I decided to go to optometrist A to get my third eyeglasses. This is when I was told that I got astigmatism because when I was younger, no one told me I actually suffered from astigmatism. I thought I suffered from nearsightedness only, which I do have. More on that later. But yeah, as I mentioned, these first 3 eyeglasses were not comfortable because the optometrist A gave me a non-balanced eyeglass prescription. So I got astigmatism and nearsightedness in both eyes, but the optometrist gave me nearsightedness correction only for my left eye, while giving correction for astigmatism in both eyes. So when I wear those eyeglasses, my left vision sees things smaller, while my right eyes see things almost normally. When I asked optometrist A why my vision is still 612 even with eyeglasses on, they told me I have a condition called lazy eyes. Naturally, I was not satisfied with what's happening to me. So in October of 2020, I decided to go to an eye doctor to find out more about my condition. Here in Malaysia, an eye clinic would hire an optometrist who would conduct standard eye tests before you meet the ophthalmologist. So when the optometrist gave me a refraction test, she said I didn't have lazy eyes because there's some improvement in my left vision. But when I asked why my visual acuity or VA does not improve, she said that it didn't matter because it's only an issue of me having two different prescription for both eyes, and that's all. And when she's done, I go to see the ophthalmologist, and the ophthalmologist then does her own eye test on me and says nothing is wrong with my eyes or my eyeglasses. So there is no new prescription given. That's the end of that. And again, I was not satisfied with what I knew. So in July 2021, I decided to go to another eye doctor B, to get a third opinion. For the record, optometrist A told me I have lazy eyes, while eye doctor A told me it's not lazy eye but rather a non-balanced prescription, aka anisometropia, if I pronounce that correctly. And eye doctor B was the one who actually gave me the answer I'm looking for in regards to what's wrong with my vision and the fact that I have both astigmatism and nearsightedness. And again, I wasn't satisfied with what I knew, so in July 2021, I decided to go to another eye doctor B, to get a third opinion. For the record, optometrist A told me I have lazy eyes, while eye doctor A told me it's not lazy eyes but rather a non-balanced prescription, aka anisometropia, and eye doctor B was actually the one that gave me the answer I'm looking for in regards to what's wrong with my vision and the fact that I have both astigmatism and nearsightedness. So I went there and got refraction tests by the optometrist, who told me I actually have astigmatism with nearsightedness in both eyes. He gave me a new eyeglasses prescription. This prescription is more balanced and more comfortable for me. And then I got to meet the ophthalmologist. The doctor takes a look into my eyes and she finds out I have these scratches in my eyes. I mean, scratches in my cornea that are preventing light from entering my eyes properly. And there's more of these scratches in my left eye compared to my right eye. She told me I was born with it. She also suspected me of having keratoconus, and she had me do a corneal topography with another ophthalmologist, eye doctor C, which I did, and the eye doctor told me that I haven't got keratoconus yet, but she said it's best for me to repeat the corneal topography every year just in case. With that third opinion, the 15 years worth of mystery ended in the most satisfying way, albeit costly in terms of money and time. Moving on, I have toyed with the idea of wearing contact lenses, but was never brave enough to try it until April 2022. This was when I seek out another optometrist B, to get contact lenses. So at first I got soft toric contact lenses, but I experienced a problem with them. Basically, after a few minutes of wearing them, my vision would get blurry, and blinking and using eye drops didn't fix it. The only way I managed to fix it was when I physically touched the soft contact lenses with my finger to drag them down a bit, and then my vision would become normal again. Of course, doing this every few minutes wasn't very convenient and also unhygienic. So I go back to optometrist B, and he told me that these soft toric contact lenses might not be the right size for me. He then suggested that I get RGB contact lenses from another optometrist C. Following his suggestion, I go to optometrist C. This optometrist is specialized in making custom-made contact lenses. In fact, they are the only ones in my state that can do that. This is the optometrist that I said has the same equipment as an eye doctor. Anyways, I went there in April 2022, did the advanced eye test and whatnot. It took about 3 months to get my RGP done. And let me tell you something. Trying trial lenses was the most painful part of getting RGP lenses. I had to try at least 4 pairs of trial lenses before finding one that's suitable for me. And as for January 2024, I am back with my 5th eyeglass. So that's the end of this story. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to watch part 2.